Okay, you guys. So I wanted to get on here and talk about me getting a BBL. I contemplated about if I was going to make a video about this or even the fact of even doing it, but I was like, hey, fuck it. A lot of people do it, and I'm going to just speak my truth. So I've been wanting to have a BBL for the past 5 years, I would say, after I had my son. I mean, even before I wanted a booty, like, you know what I'm saying? That little perfect hips and, like, shape or whatever before I had my kid. But, like, as far as, like, looking at places and being, like, heavily active and, you know, consultations, been the past 5 years. So yeah, I've done multiple consultations, and I decided that I wanted to get a BBL with Dr. Nassif. He is in Miami Life. The reason why I chose Dr. Nassif was because he has, for one, no deaths. He's board certified. He's been in the game for years, for over 20 years, and he's very, 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 very picky about like what he's doing, what you're going to look like, and just safety. Like that was like my number one thing, the safety reasons. He's like, look, the max that we could take out is 4 liters, I'm not doing no more than that. He's like, if you want this big, big, big booty, like make you look like a lollipop, I'm not the doctor for you. And I respect that honesty and things like that. So, I so at the time, so by the time y'all watching this, my BBL's already done. I did choose to not post live things as far as like, as it's happening, before it's happening, because you got some crazy hating ass people on social media that be wishing you the worst, things like that. And I'm big on energy, so what you put out there, the universe answers, whether it's from you or anybody else, and ain't nobody gonna be wishing bad on me or anything that can take effect to me. So yeah, y'all gonna get this after the fact. Sorry. But hey, if you want to have any questions or anything about my experience once it happened, feel free to, DM me, ask me. I'm gonna be honest with you. So anyways, my surgery date is December 6th. So, okay, let's talk about this is my post BBL, okay? So, I booked my BBL, I would say it was in September. I booked my BBL. So the BBL was 4,500, and then I added on J Plasma. So J Plasma is where you're doing lipo, and so it helps your skin retract, so that way you don't have like loose skin. Now J Plasma does not, if you need a tummy tuck, it does not prevent that. But if you're one of the girlies that like one of me, like that doesn't need a tummy tuck but still doesn't want to have extra loose skin, then you can do the J Plasma, but still consult with your doctor. I'm not a doctor, but yeah, so J Plasma was in my cards, luckily. So the J Plasma, the promotion was an additional 1,500, so I added that on. So now we're at 6,000 for the BBL, and it included a free faja. But I did have to add another faja on because my nurse, and I'll get to that. My aftercare nurse was saying, hey, get two fajas, so that way when we're washing one, you're still in a faja. So I did add that on. And when I added on, they had a promotion for buy one get one free. So I brought the additional one, and then my second one that's free. I was like, they don't sell the phase 2 faja. So what they did was they told me they can just bring it down to half the price since I wasn't getting another one. So that ended up happening for me. Now my next thing, so I did book an aftercare nurse. My nurse, I booked her for 3 days. So the day of surgery, I have her 12 hours, and then the other 2 days, it was for 12 hours, but I split it. So 6 hours each day, I'm splitting it. Yeah, because my fiance is coming down with me, and our son, and then I have family in Florida, and my sister's coming down. So like, like I got help or whatever. But definitely will have a nurse for the 3 days that from my surgery. So I booked the nurse. I booked the IV infusion for 2 days, the day of surgery and the day after, just to make sure like I'm hydrated. And my doctor's very particular about who's doing your IV. So he is big on Alex doing your IV. So Alex is doing my IV. I don't want to say price. I'll just say roughly around prices for. So my nurse for those days, she provides me a plush robe. She provides me some slippers, some like aftercare stuff like pads and a little bit just stuff to get you started for like that day, but you still got to pack your own. And I will do a what's in my BBL bag too, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, so she provides like a lot of those knickknacks for you. Meals are included in that. Of course you gotta go shopping, but she does, they do have somebody like the CNA would be there to cook for you and things like that. So yeah, so with my nurse I got that, and I booked the lymphatic massages. Sorry, tongue twister for me for some reason. I did book the massages. They suggest you get a massage, at least a minimum of 10. So I am getting a massage every day that I am down there, and then when I get back home here in Atlanta, I will be getting massages. So my massages that I booked in Miami with my nurse, she has somebody that that she is works with that can come out and do it. They are coming to my Airbnb to do it. So definitely do that. You definitely need your massages because like they say, trust the process. You got to trust the process. So that's what I'm doing, trusting the process. So they make you do all this blood work. So okay, getting a BBL, you have to prep yourself. Like you can't say, hey, I'm gonna get a BBL next week. No, 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 no. If you have a safe doctor, not gonna happen. So what they require you to do is 60 days before your BBL, which so I started in October. You have to start taking your Hemoplex pills. You have to start taking this liquid iron, which is disgusting, and folic acid. You start taking those things 60 days before your BBL up until your BBL. And then 2 weeks before your BBL, then you'll start taking the magnesium pills. So it's November. I'm literally like 26 days away from my BBL. So, of course, I'm in it. And then you have to go get your lab work done. I know each doctor requires different lab work. My primary doctor was very surprised about how much they wanted from me, and she was like, that makes her feel a little bit more at ease. Like they want to check you for everything, like your hemoglobin. They want to check HIV. They want to check to see if you're a smoker. They want to check you for drugs. Like all that. Like, well, the drugs they're going to test you the day before your surgery and the day of your surgery and with pregnancy. And they test you now with pregnancy as well, your HCG levels. They make you do an EKG, a physical. Like, you literally gotta get clearance from like your primary to say that you can get this BBL to see if you're healthy. Don't feel like it's extra your life. So everything is not extra when it comes to your life. So yeah. So yeah, I got all that done. Thank God everything is great for me by the grace of God. So I am cleared for surgery. Excited. I'm trying to think what else. Got the massages, a nurse. Oh, my nurse does offer, not offer, but it does require her services. So like after my BBL, like my fiance of course would be there, but she has to drive me back to the Airbnb. So the Airbnb that we booked is so nice based upon the picture. So it's an Airbnb site and hotel. Now granted, they're both set up the same way. So basically it's a condo. So we have a 2-bedroom condo, full living room, full kitchen, ocean view. One of the rooms have like a double bed and the other room has a king, 2 separate bathrooms, and they do have like up to 3 bedrooms, but we got the 2. So I have my own private bathroom, and babe and our son will have the other room with their bathroom. So I'll have like the chucks or the puppy pads everywhere, so I'm not bleeding. They won't see all that. But yeah, that's pretty much so far of my post-op of my BBL. Now, just if you do want to do one, do it for you. Don't do it for anybody else. And yeah, so let me know if you have any questions, and stay tuned for like my updates and what's in my BBL bag, because I definitely want to share it with y'all girlies about what's needed, what I did use, what I won't use, and I will do a separate video about that after it's done. So yeah, stay tuned.